Hello, Bears fans. Have you ever imagined how a simple decision can turn the game around for your team? It could be a bold draft pick, a surprising signing, or even a rumor that stirs the hearts of fans. The energy in Chicago is at a boiling point, intense, unpredictable, and even with a touch of revenge. After all, someone has arrived to shake things up and give a new direction to the season. There's a new name being discussed, and the energy is pulsating on every corner. Subscribe to the channel, give that like, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any details of this off-season roller coaster. But what's behind this wave? Did Chicago really make the right choices, or is the team's future at risk? Let's explore this key moment. After the arrival of Ben Johnson, the Chicago Bears began to focus on building the trenches, crucial to stabilizing an offensive line that has caused headaches for fans for years. In a surprising twist, instead of choosing Will Campbell, the offensive line star, the franchise might be targeting Michael Williams, an edge rusher who, despite injuries, has shown the potential to be a game-changer in the pass rush. The question: why risk this pick when a team desperately needs stability on offense? The draft options are fascinating. Ryan Poles, the GM, is taking a different approach. Not rushing to fill immediate gaps, he wants to add the best talent possible, and perhaps Williams is the missing piece. But what do the fans think? Some still believe Campbell would be the ideal choice, while others see the draft as the perfect opportunity to hit big on defense. And if you thought this was the peak of the season, wait until you hear about the rumor of a major trade with the Raiders. A bold move, with Chicago trying to move up to the 6th pick to secure running back Ashton Jay, the sensation of the season. He could be the key piece to transforming the Bears' offense, just like Johnson did with other explosive running backs. However, not everyone is convinced. Some voices are questioning whether it's worth sacrificing so much for a running back, especially in a scenario where the pass game dominates NFL stats. The answer might lie in Johnson's strategy, who has always known how to exploit the talents of running backs. Jay could be the key to an offense that combines speed, power, and versatility. Amidst this turmoil, the Bears made a quiet but impactful acquisition: the arrival of Nick McCloud, a name that may not shine in the headlines, but could be the true unsung hero of the season, especially in the special teams unit. McCloud brought the necessary experience to a team seeking perfect balance, with stability in defense and clutch plays at critical moments. Now, the question everyone is asking: is Chicago about to write its history, or will we see another season of unfulfilled promises? The moves are bold, but are they enough to transform the Chicago team into the dominant force everyone expects? If you like this content and want to follow more updates about the Chicago Bears, subscribe to the Bears News Fan Report and stay on top of every new twist. Don't forget to comment. What would you do if you were Ryan Poles? We're curious to hear your opinion. It seems like the Chicago Bears season is about to take an interesting turn, and what looked like a year of rebuilding could turn into something much more impactful. What was at stake was the future of the franchise, and the recent moves made by the team seem to have been well calculated. The draft move, with a bold pick of Michael Williams instead of Will Campbell, sparked heated discussions among fans. What seemed like a strategic choice to strengthen the defense might end up being a game-changer for the franchise. Williams' pass rush alongside Montez Sweat and Grady Jarrett has the potential to turn Chicago's defensive line into a nightmare for NFC offenses. The thought of focusing on long-term talent instead of addressing immediate needs might be the approach that elevates the franchise. However, the draft moves didn't stop there. Speculation about a trade with the Raiders to move up the draft order and secure running back Ashton Jay has fans on edge. Jay, with his incredible skills and impressive college numbers, could be the missing piece to transforming the Bears' offense. The idea of adding a weapon like Jay alongside Justin Fields could make this franchise one of the most exciting in the league, if the risk pays off. The signing of Odingo also raised expectations, but not everyone is convinced it was the best choice. The comparison to the Green Bay Packers, who have a successful history of shaping defensive talents, raised questions about whether Odingo's signing is really the most advantageous for Chicago. However, Odingo's motivation to prove his worth against critics, especially in an environment where he can benefit from players like Sweat and Jarrett, could be the fuel needed for high-level performance. And let's not forget the quiet addition of Nick McCloud. While not a headline-grabbing name, McCloud's experience in kick and punt returns as well as his skills and special teams coverage, could prove crucial when the season reaches its peak. He's the definition of a low-cost player with a high impact. He might not be generating headlines, but his work in transition plays can make all the difference when games come down to just a few points. As the season approaches, Ryan Poles' decisions begin to make sense. The bold draft moves, strategic acquisitions, and even a quieter bet seem to be forming a solid foundation for a team that won't settle for anything less than success. The real question now is whether these moves will lead to a bright future, or if the team will get lost in the search for big names and promises. Fans, as always, are waiting with great anticipation for what's to come, and like any good fan base, they're hoping that these bets bring the rewards that the city of Chicago expects. Subscribe to the channel, give that like, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any details of this offseason roller coaster. As a Chicago Bears fan, I'm really excited about the direction the franchise is taking. Ryan Poles' work and the coaching staff's approach reflect a more strategic, long-term mindset, which gives me hope for the future. While the draft has sparked some debates, I truly believe that the pick of Michael Williams over Will Campbell has enormous potential to strengthen our defense. The defensive line with Montez Sweat, Grady Jarrett, and Williams could be something NFC quarterbacks will fear. This could be a big difference in an increasingly competitive conference. The addition of Ashton Jay also excites me a lot. If he really lives up to the potential everyone's talking about, he could be a great ally for Justin Fields. I think if we can get Fields to develop further alongside a quality running back, we might finally see the Bears' offense work explosively. I'm also very curious to see what Coach Odingo can bring to the defense. Although not a blockbuster signing, he has strong personal motivation to prove his worth, and that's something that could yield great results. If he can implement the aggressive defensive philosophy being built, I think our defense will be one of the most feared in the league. And of course, the signing of Nick McLeod might go unnoticed by many, but the importance of returns and special teams plays should never be underestimated. Sometimes, a well-executed return can change the course of a game. I'm confident that he could be the missing piece to make the Bears' special teams units more efficient and unpredictable. Overall, I think we're on the right track. I just hope all these moves, which seem strategic and bold, really translate into positive results on the field. The Bears are rebuilding, and while it won't be an easy season, I see a promising future ahead.